from the pod definition is pod definition is an application, but when to run that application, whether you're going to run that application in the form of a service, then service will come into picture.
Okay.
Okay, so there if you see service part will be less because application is already there with the name Azure Vote Pack.
Same
So
port actually. This one is also 6379 and this one is also 6379.
it is
How?
just to make sure, double sure. Like in the
Okay.
while it is running in the container, you are specifying 6379. But again, whenever you are running that service also, it has to make sure that the port is 6379 only for a double confirmation. Otherwise, service does not know which port to pick up, right? It might pick up other ports which are free as well.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so that is one deployment and the service.
Mhm.
Second one, also he is using deployment for front end. Usually
Yes.
what happens is whenever you are running the applications, you will have front end and back end, right? So
Yes. Yes.
here he is using the front end thing. I think almost everything will be same here as well.
Okay. Yes. Another is a service. This
Same
load
service, but
balancer
here
first.
he is using load
Load balancer.
balancer. Yes. Because for the front and back, I don't see any difference. The image is also same,
Yes.
right? The
Yes.
container
Yes.
image, what he is using.
Yes.
Oh no, it is different actually. It is different. See, image he is giving Microsoft slash Azure Vote
Okay.
Front V1, right?
From where it is picking? Actually, in the document he has
No, he
provided.
is only giving his custom image.
Here, actually, if you go to the bottom of the part, yes,
Hmm.
the code is here only. This is the code, GitHub
Correct,
code.
correct. Out of this code, they would have created a image like how we had prepared an image, right? That
Yes.
image will be a public image. That's why even if you're
The,
accessing in your personal servers, you're able to access that particular application.
okay, okay.
Okay, like how you have Nginx and also you have Redis.
Uh-huh.
This Microsoft slash Azure Oat Front V1 is also a public image.
Okay.
Okay, and for front end applications, means front end image, he is using load balancer. Type is load balancer. Above, what was the type? Just go above. I think it does not have
No,
any
doesn't have any
type.
node actually. They have provided a node actually.
No,
There is
the service one.
this is the service deployment. This is the service.
Uh, no, after deployment, just come down.
This one
Yeah,
is
here,
service.
here, service. Yes. Here, he is not mentioning any load balancer. He is using the port.
Yes, port
Correct.
only.
Specification only port he is using, but for the front end application, he is using load balancer.
Yes.
Correct.
Yes.
So that if any request is coming, he wants to route it to the load balancer as well.
So this is the load balancer front end. I have checked
Correct. Correct.
front. This is the external. So when I am running this one, I am getting this thing. It will
This
catch,
is the
it will
application which has that
increase. Yes.
front.
The cache that will be Redis caching, he is caching all the things,
All
holding all.
the data, like how many times you are clicking on it, I think it
Yes,
is storing that value. Correct.
that is the thing. It is happening.
Okay. Yeah, here what we will have to understand is that whenever you get a situation like this, right? That means whenever they ask you a help to have an application deployed in Kubernetes,
Okay.
so you can use this approach as well. Means front end and back end approach. Usually, most of the organizations will follow this, and they will also have the images which has to be mentioned for front end, which has to be mentioned from back end.
Okay.
Okay, and they will also tell you what kind of type you need to use. Whether is it fine if you are running on the port, or should you use any load balancer as well.
Actually, load balancer cost is more. Why should we that to be internally calling all the things as a load balancer? We have to expose outside in a load balancer, right? So
Load,
what is
yeah.
the necessity of inside that one node port is there, so that we
Mm-hmm.
can communicate with that one that with that things
Yeah,
to
but if the
container to
number of
container.
users are more, like, see now what we are doing, we are telling this front end, right? Default port for any application it will be 80. Okay, so all the users will be accessing your application using 80 only. Take Flipkart, Amazon, anything. But in case the 50 port, the load is more. Like if you're
Okay.
getting million requests, you cannot pass all those requests in one port itself. For port also you will have specific number of requests limit.
Okay. So
Okay, yeah,
load balancer is that one we can balance the load like whatever how much that to be that is
yes,
it will
yeah, if it is
distribute.
more than
So,
that particular, yeah.
and here another thing is that I hear that there is no like master and node type of things are not there in the Kubernetes service, right?
Yeah,
Only nodes are there, service nodes are there.
correct, correct.
It will be taken care by Azure, right?
Azure, correct, yeah.
Yes. Okay.
That's where it is more stable. Like
Okay.
the master going down, node going
Yes.
down, everything will be handled by Azure team itself.
Okay. That is the thing.
And this service is also a little bit costlier. AKS is a little bit costlier compared to the Kubernetes if you want to do it in standalone. Like what we did, that is easier in terms of cost because it is an open source tool.
Okay.
But when you're purchasing AKS, little bit it is costlier, but it is safe
Stable.
because
Okay.
all your applications will be dependent on this cluster. So you don't have to really worry about any nodes going down.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Ramesh, go ahead and share your screen. We'll continue from where we had left.
Actually, this is the Kubernetes service we have deployed on that day.
Mm-hmm.
Mm, yeah, I think from here we have to go. Yes.
Yeah, we have all the resources required, correct?
1 minute. Yeah, we have the SQL Server DB
SQL Server,
reg-
DB, ACR.
registry.
That's what
What's up?
ACR. And AKS cluster.
Yeah.
Right?
So is like VM also will get deployed along with this internally or
Mm, Ideally, when you start your Kubernetes cluster and start doing some operations, yes, behind it will allocate the VM based on the load.
okay.
Okay, like if you're creating a Kubernetes replication controller where you're giving the replicas should be 10. So based on the replicas, it will go ahead and initiate the cluster nodes.
Okay.
Okay, it will handle the load
Yeah.
accordingly.
So
Okay,
node is nothing like a server, right?
node
Actually.
is a server only. Yes, yes.
Okay,
And
like
that's
our
where your AKS service will be costlier because
yeah.
it scales up and down the number of nodes that is required for the cluster.
Okay. So it means like indirectly it will depends on pods, right?
Correct, correct. Yes.
Okay.
Pods and nodes. Yeah.
Yes,
Pods
yes.
are containers, no?
Container. Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, we were looking at the pipelines, right? So can we go to Azure DevOps?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, we have it here. Yeah, these are the agents. Yeah.
Correct. I think we were looking at the run services, right? Replace tokens, both the things were fine. And we were looking at, give me a second.
Yeah, I think we need to create a service connection, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. Can we go ahead and create the service connection?
Okay. I think there is a command actually to do this, I guess, right?
You need to create a service principal.
Yeah, yes, yes.
Give me a second. I'll give that.
So basically here, like you can completely convert an application into an image using the containers, right? Uh,
Yes, yes, yes.
okay, suppose if we have, if suppose it is a Flipkart application, then that kind of applications also we can just make it into a image, right?
Container. Yeah, yeah. Image, but if it is the application which has front end and back end, like the
No,
obviously the applications will have front end and back end. For that, you need to plan accordingly. Okay, that means you like if you create only one image which has database also, which has your web service also, which has everything in it, then it will be quite difficult to handle. So it's a best practice to have individual images which comprise and combine to become an application. Like database is one database image, and then the front end of the application, which is usually like your node or C sharp, will be one image. And then if you're deploying it on the web service, then it will be one image. All these three image you will write it in a deployment.
okay,
Yeah, but ideally
yeah,
what you said
okay,
is also correct.
yeah, okay. That is what I actually I thought is we won't.
Mhm.
I mean, we can't convert the database into an image. I thought
No,
like that.
we can.
Okay. A register is like a Docker hub, right? Where we have all the images.
Correct, registry.
Yeah, register.
Instead of Docker Hub, in Azure we are using Azure Container Registry.
Yeah.
This one, whatever the application right now we are deploying,
Mhm.
this one is a containerized or directly we are deploying in Kubernetes.
No, it's a containerized application.
Okay. And we
Without
have to.
container, you cannot put it in AKS.
Okay.
Yeah, you can go ahead. Verify once. Okay. Yeah, the second one, right? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, let it be that same Docker file and come down. I think this is fine.
Okay.
Okay, let's go to the build service. Here also select the subscription registry. That's fine.
What exactly this will do? Run, build, push.
See, whenever you start running your like, if you want to deploy your image, right? You have to first is running the image, correct? So you
Yeah.
have to create an image, then build an image. You have to push service is usually used to push your image to the ACR.
Okay.
Log services, once you push, don't make any changes until and unless you get the next version.
Okay. Okay. Running an image, making it a container, and pushing it to the registry, making it
Exactly.
log. Yeah.
Ex-
Yeah. Okay. Okay. This copy files.
Copy files is to make sure you're copying the required files to the location. That means to the agent. Because here what happens, whenever you run this pipeline, it will be a new server that will be allocated.
Okay.
Right. So those server will not have all the files required. So you need to make sure whatever you want to copy from the source. That means from the uh, Azure repos. Got it,
Okay.
right?
Okay. So from Azure repos, we are copying it to the server.
Right, right, right. And here we are not copying any folder. We are giving the contents. Like we need only YAML files and DACPAC files. Only these two files you need to copy it to build.artifact staging directory. That means whenever you start running this pipeline, there will be a temporary directory getting created in the machine which is running this particular pipeline.
Okay.
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 Yeah. And the
Everything
art.
is yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Tell me.
Everything is in the backend, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
That's where this pipeline will be little difficult to understand because we won't see all these actions happening in the physical system.
Okay.
It's like logical space kind of thing. Logical space, you don't see it. You just have to imagine that something is happening in the background.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. And then the publish artifact, it will publish all your files
Yeah. To that staging.
that drop. Huh. Yeah.
Uh, that's it.
Yes. You can go ahead. Save first because save and run will again ask you to queue. Yeah. Queue it. Yeah, go ahead and run. Okay. Meanwhile, it is running. I'll share you the release
Okay.
template.
We'll create release pipeline.
Yes.
This is where I'm getting confused actually. So with what kind of agents we have to use?
That usually comes once you start working on it. I can tell you now a few things what I'm working on it. Like for C Sharp, Azure App Deployment, if they are using Azure Service, because for this you need to understand what kind of approach that team is using. Like if the team is using Azure Cloud, then they will be using Azure Service Deployment, and they will give you which is that app because app will also differ to which you need to deploy. Maybe this app belongs to some other team, like that. They'll give you the app service name. That means they are deploying using Azure App Service. If not, if they are not using that, if they are using only virtual machine, they need to give you virtual machine details.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like that. But you need to understand from the deployment team. See, this stage, even if you don't know, ask the deployment team how they were doing without this pipeline. Only then you can automate this pipeline.
Okay. Sure.
Got it, right?
Yeah, got it.
Yeah, let's see if that build is happening. I'm giving you, this is not required because I'm giving you a JSON file where you just have to import it. Yeah, download this and import it here. Open is not required. Let it be because we are going to import it directly from the downloads, right? Go to this. Don't save this. Go to releases again. Yeah, here. Okay, you don't have that three dots, is it?
Mm, no, I don't have, I guess.
Okay, let's create a dummy pipeline. Mm, yes. Save it. Now go to releases. Here, yeah, new import release pipeline.
The first one, I
Yeah,
guess.
first one release one. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. The build will be different because it will not be the same as this one. We have to wait for the build. But for now, let's resolve the errors because we cannot save until we resolve it, right? Yes. DB deployment agent, you select.
Ubuntu 18.
Mm,
No, 16 machine you have created, I think.
okay. For DB, I think it's not, Ubuntu is not required. Use Windows because it's a SQL server, no?
Mm,
Yeah. Go to the execute Azure SQL TAC pack. The next one. Yes. Yeah. Here, see what was the setting? Yeah. Subscription. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Give AKSSP. Fine. Fine. We will give the data used using the variables.
okay.
AKS deployment, you need to use Ubuntu 16. Go to the next task. Okay. Go to update image. Yes.
That JSON file will have all these details, like what is the agent and
Which one?
no, actually we have imported one JSON file, right?
Mm.
Okay, that JSON file will have all these details, like these agents, which agent have to be.
No, no. Agent details won't be there in the JSON. Uh, See, JSON file, what I shared you is my release pipeline.
Okay.
Okay. So in case, see, one solution, when you start doing a solution for one project, say for example, C#.NET. Okay. So for that, you will do a build pipeline, you will do a release pipeline. Same setup is also expected by another 20 projects, right?
Okay.
So that time, you know that the steps will be same. Correct. So that time, instead of adding all these steps, you can import that pipeline's JSON file. There is an option to export also. I'll show you that as well. Can we go to the variables? Let's resolve the error. I'll show you how to export this as well.
Okay.
Okay. These things you will have to change. So ACR, copy the ACR name with IO. Go to the Azure portal. go to the resource group. Yeah, no. Click on that. We need ACR data. No, this is the Kubernetes cluster, right?
Yeah, 1 minute. Have to give this name.
Not that name. This one. Login server is there, no? That name.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. Then the database name.
Name is enough, right?
No, not that.
Okay.
Take that name. Yeah.
SQL password, SQL server.
Did you copy the database name or SQL server name?
Database name only.
Okay, fine.
I think
Yeah, correct.
this
It's
is the
correct.
server name, right?
No. This is the
Okay. Fine.
was it the same server name?
No, it is different. You have the database windows .net, right? I think it is different.
Give me a second. Let me check in my thing. Database name should be the name of the database. That is your MHCDB, right? It's not the server name.
Okay. This is the database name.
Yeah, MHCDB. Yes. Not the complete one. You can give only the name. Yes.
What is the ACR?
ACR is Azure Container Registry, right?
Right.
Yeah, password is SQL password what you gave while creating. I think it should be there in your notepad.
Okay. I think my system got restarted actually.
Oh. Okay, let me give you the password. I think it's there in the chat as well. If you just scroll above, it is there. The
Yes, it is there.
SQL admin. Username.
This is the one, right? Which I highlighted.
yes. Password is what correct. Yeah, that is the password. You have to paste it in the password one. Yes, SQL password, and then SQL server should be the server name. That is the name which we copied earlier for database, right? Yes.
Okay. That URL.
This one. And the SQL user should be username. I think it is SQL admin. SQL admin, no?
Yeah, it is there. Yeah.
Okay. Save this. Don't run, just save. Yes. Let's go back to build pipelines. Okay, this is succeeded. Let's go to release pipeline. Yes, that one. Click on edit.
How do we export that one? This JSON.
Yes. Okay. Let's change this. Delete this artifact. Yes. Click on that. Give me a second, Ganesh. I'll show you.
Okay.
Confirm.
Yeah.
Now add. Select the pipeline, source build pipeline. Take that. Click on add. Okay, you can go ahead and save it. Then click on create release. Yeah. Okay, click on release 1. Dev is queued. Okay, let it start. Meanwhile, I'll show you how to export that. Okay, it is in progress. Let it finish. Let's go to pipelines. Yeah. So here, click on that pipeline. Yes. Go to the 3 dots. Here you have export.
Oh.
That will be your JSON file.
Okay.
Same way, you have the option for releases also.
Okay.
Go to releases. Yeah, here click on 3 dots above. Export is there.
Oh.
Okay, if you want the same setup inside the same project, you can use clone as well.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, let's wait for this release to be completed. Then we can look at the application. Before that, I'll tell you what is the YAML file that this particular application is considering, right? Because now we are only setting up the release pipeline, setting up the build pipeline. We don't know what this build is actually doing, correct?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I want you to go to Azure Repos.
Okay.
Here you see a file called as mhc.aks.yaml. Yes. So this is the YAML file that AKS is using. Okay. So here is where you will have to write your YAML files. So what is this YAML file telling? Kind is deployment. Metadata is the name and the labels, right? And we are using front end and back end. That's where the back end is being used with mhc-back. Okay. Come down. What is the container mhc back is using? It is using image Redis. And the same container port 6379. And the service, yes. And then here, whenever you are running the service, make a note that the type is different, correct? The type it is using cluster IP. Okay, so why this is used is because in the cluster, you want to run this particular port, correct? So that's where it is using make use of cluster IP because it will be changing. It has the AKS cluster, correct? And the port should be same as what you have mentioned in the container. Okay, come down. Yes, so here you have MHC front. Come down. Yes, here they are giving the MHC front wherein it is considering a image which is called as acr/myhealth.web latest. Okay, so this is the image that will be produced whenever you run this particular code. Okay, and image pull policy they are putting always so that whenever this particular application runs, you need to pull the image from that particular ACR. Got it right? And the container port by default it should be 80. And they are giving some resource requests because we are going to use the Redis for backend, correct? And for the front end, come down, we are using a service wherein it is giving you MHC front and the type is load balancer.
One question I have, actually Redis is required, do you think?
Yes, Redis is required because what happens is
Hmm.
for all the AKS services, right?
Okay.
They want us to use Redis because using Redis, whatever data you would have already fetched from the databases. See what happens? If you want a data, where you will get the data from? You will have to, first time, whenever you're fetching, it will be from the database. That is
Yes.
your SQL database, correct?
Okay.
After fetching, they don't want to make the transaction every time whenever there is a request from the user.
Yes,
Correct?
actually, see, whatever that we gone through the Redis tutorial, they are telling that this is very much costly also. And second thing is that
Mm-hmm.
if you will pull all the that to be data to put it in the Redis. It will be much more actually heavier. So it will be searching the data is taking a lot of time comparing to the transaction to the database. So
Correct. But
that is actually not advisable to create a Redis. Whatever they have told actually. That is I
okay.
am saying.
Okay. Okay. See, this is just an example
Yes,
where they're
I am
using
telling
Redis.
that that is the thing. Whatever.
But yeah, definitely, as you said, we need to consider based on the suggestions what you are getting from your architecture as well, like
Yes,
architect
yes.
as well. Because
Okay.
whenever they ask you to deploy it to the container, they would tell you what all containers you need to create.
Okay.
Got it, right? Okay. Yeah, Ramesh, can we go to the release pipeline? Okay, let me see why it has failed. Docker registry service connection details not specified. Okay, edit. Now go to the releases and edit. Here it will not edit actually. Not this. To the task. Okay. Okay. Come down. Okay. Go to the releases again. Click releases in a new tab. Which stage failed? Like which step in that stage failed? Give reload. Go to there. Create deployment and services. Okay. Fine. Go back to that release pipeline. Yeah. In this one only, what is it telling? We have to mention the Docker file. Come down. Namespace, commands, correct. Come down. File path. Wait. Okay. Here, the file path is wrong, right? So my yeah. Give me a second. The name you have to change. myhealth.aks.build. Select that. Now go to deploy. Select the YAML file. No, you have to select the YAML file. Yes. Yeah. Take the YAML file. Click on it.
mhc.tek
Correct.
-ix.
Correct. Correct. Okay. Go to update image in AKS. Mm, mm, it's fine. Just go above. No, that's fine. That's correct. Save and create a release. Thank you. Ganesh, you're not joining for 4 o'clock class.
Today actually some message
Yeah,
you have
today we
sent.
were not there. Yeah, today we did not have.
Yes, yes.
But is the link working fine, right, for you?
I didn't check actually.
Okay. Tomorrow I'll tell you, okay, when
Okay,
you
okay.
join.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, and Jayshree, about Azure pipelines, if there is any class going on.
Yeah, it'll start now. Like we are into Azure Repos now.
Okay.
Then after this Repos, I think we are going to start Azure Pipelines.
Okay.
You can
Next.
join that class as well.
Okay.
Okay, it'll be there from 4 to 5.
Okay.
I'll share you the link as well.
Okay. Okay. From tomorrow or from next week?
Repos is almost done. Like 2, 3 concepts are left. Uh, Maybe after tomorrow you can join.
Okay, Friday, from Friday I
Yeah,
can.
yeah.
Okay.
Friday usually I am not taking, like I am going on leave. So
Okay,
I think Monday should be fine.
okay, fine.
Otherwise, you can join tomorrow because anyways it's at the end. Then you can go ahead and continue with that. Like in case if I
Yeah,
start tomorrow only,
yeah, sure. It is also Skype or
it is in Go to meetings.
yeah, okay.
And after this completes all the topics of Azure DevOps. One thing what we have left is about the process template. So there will be two classes, I think, for process template, and Azure test plans also. I think we have not covered, right?
Yeah,
So I'll show you Azure test plans also.
okay.
But
You
major
have
part
any,
is pipelines only. So pipelines will take a lot of time.
so you have any idea about these building blocks, Azure
Mm,
building blocks?
no. Azure building blocks like data factory, data lake.
No. It is like kind of ARM templates. Uh,
ARM templates, right?
yeah. It is a kind of ARM templates, but I guess to store some files for the parameters of for some variables. I guess.
No. I think it comes under Azure thing, right?
Yeah. It's Azure thing only.
Okay, maybe ARM templates means it would be similar to Terraform. Okay, so that's what I would say. ARM template, they'll tell you for your organization what is customized. They want to take that as a template, create that as a template, templatized form. Then they will use ARM template and they will share that template across the team. So that same configuration will be used. Otherwise, they won't know what configuration of machine you are allowed to create. Like you can't simply select a machine which has highest
Yeah,
CPU memory and all that, right?
yeah. So that templates can be stored and can be used later. Also, if you get any similar kind of deployment, right?
Yeah. For that only AKS is
Oh,
used. Sorry,
okay. Oh, ARM templates. Okay.
ARM templates are used.
Okay.
It will actually create one virtual machine. Final stage, you will see that download the
Yeah,
template.
yeah, yeah. It
That
is
one
also
is
same
actually
method.
the ARM template.
Okay.
Yes,
We can
it is
download and
similar,
save
right?
it anywhere,
Yeah.
and after that we can modify the user some name, that name, and all some required that to be,
Yes.
and we can run it to create different type of 100 whatever the requirement we can.
Any type, any number of
Yes,
machines, and also you can change the values as well.
yes, that
Yeah.
is it.
Okay.
Why Docker registry service connection details not specified? The last class, did we link the ACR to what is that?
AKS.
Yeah. Did we
That is
link
I guess we have linked it.
that role-based access linking also we have done, right? The client ID, ACR ID, and then we linked these two using role assignments.
No,
that
actually,
is a,
that
that
is
is a, this one is not actually, we are manually created this
yeah,
here,
we
we
have
do
manually
anything.
created it in the Azure portal.
No, after
Uh,
creating, I think we did the relation.
No, we didn't do anything.
Can you go to the commands which is there in the chat?
uh,
This one is AKS, right?
Hmm.
AKS we didn't do anything.
yeah.
Mm.
Actually, we have built that cluster
No.
and the
Wait.
registry.
Here client ID is there. Wait. Yeah, here client ID, ACR ID, and then AZ role assignment, create assignee to this. Did we do that? The third command. Yeah.
Mm, no, actually, we got some error while doing it in the Cloud Shell. So we deployed everything manually in the Azure portal. We didn't
No,
think.
while creating AKS, we got the error. So what we did, we created the AKS manually,
Okay.
but binding these three, I think we did through Cloud Shell only.
Yes. Yeah, maybe.
I
Yes,
think I
yes.
remember that.
Yeah, because for 5.3 we have stopped. 5.40
Uh,
we have, yeah.
yeah. Okay, let's do one thing. Go to the ACR. Yeah, in the ACR, can we go to the repositories? Click on myhealth.web. Okay.
How to monitor the things also? Finally, the
Mm,
things
mm.
monitoring.
Monitoring should be from our end, checking, but there are tools also which is available outside.
Mhm. What are the things we have to check and all the things if you tell something?
Usually the connection only you will have to check. Like right now, what we are doing is we want like what all services we are taking from Azure. We are taking SQL Server, we are taking ACR, we are taking AKS, right? But these three things should know how to be interlinked. That's where we are creating a role assignment from AKS to ACR so that ACR will know when AKS comes and asks, is this the image that I want to take it from you? Okay. Everything seems to be fine, but I'm not sure why it is breaking. Can we go back to the pipeline again? Release pipeline. Let's edit. Docker registry service connection. It is not able to connect to the registry. Yeah. Hmm. Okay. Okay. In the YAML file, we had to make a change. So can we go to the YAML file in the Azure repository? Go to the YAML file, click on edit. Click on edit. Mm, come down, scroll down. Still down, still down. Yeah. Wait. Okay. What is the image name here? Can you give the image name here? Means give your ACR name and then slash image. Yeah, instead of ACR, yeah, remove that and give the full name of ACR. No, this is not the ACR name. It should come with IO, right? Mm. Yeah, commit it. Mm. It has to trigger a build, no? Go ahead and build it. Run pipeline. It will take a little bit of time. Do that. Save that. Don't give save and queue. Just save. Yeah. Save. It will automatically run. Was it a failure again?
Oh no, it's still running.
Okay.
Yeah, it got success. This time I guess.
I think this can complete it. Success. Yes, success.
Yeah, that was the change that we wanted to do. Okay. Yeah.
AK
How-
step plan. Okay.
Oh, I think still it is in progress. I think that was the success for the previous step, correct?
Yeah, DB deployment.
Okay.
Let's see.
Oh, still the same. Give me a second.
Yeah.
It's only the syntax thing. Like we have to mention the registry properly. Okay, can we go to the Azure portal and the ACR?
Okay.
Is this the ACR? Yeah. Okay. Can we go to the repositories? Okay, my health.web. Click on that. Okay. That's okay. We want the complete name for that image. Okay, so it is myhealth.web colon latest. Your name should be mentioned. So we gave full name only, no? We gave okay. Can we go to the YAML file once in the Azure report? Can we go to the line which we just modified? Okay, just give only the image with remove the ACR. Give only my health dot web and latest. Yes, remove the whole. Yeah, commit. Let's see this. If it doesn't work, I'll debug. I'll tell you guys tomorrow.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
It's only the path issue.
Yeah.
Continuous integration and deployment you have enabled, no?
Yeah, yeah, it does. I think if we disconnect also, it will go in the backend, right?
Yeah,
Okay, then fine. We'll connect tomorrow.
yeah, sure, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. Let us know in case if it is a successful one.
yeah, sure. I'll let you.
Okay, thank you then.
Thanks, Ganesh. Bye.
Yeah, thanks.